Alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's Sunday. It's a beautiful day. Actually warmed up a little bit for us. It's about 80 degrees outside. Sunshine's ready. We're fixing to head out to Extreme and go to the track. We've taken the transmission fluid out of it. We've gone back to hydraulic fluid, trying to tighten it up just a little bit because we're a little loose on the converter. Going through the big end, we're only dropping about 400 RPM. We like to be about 6 to 8. So we've got that changed out, did your typical service oil change. But the big thing is, get under here. We've got our custom valving 2JM shocks from AFco on the back of this thing now. So we're gonna see if we can get this thing to plant today. See if we can get it to do everything we want it to do, get those 60s way down, start making some full passes. Been waiting a long time for this. This is kind of the, hopefully, final piece of the puzzle. The motor, the tune's all in it. It's kind of fortunate that the air tonight is like it was the last time we were out, which really isn't that good. The DA is about 3,000 feet. A couple of days ago, it was all the way down to negative 88, which would have been nice. But this will give us the idea of all we're going to do is go out there, we're changing the shocks, and that's it. We're not going to change the tune, we're not going to change anything on it. We may bump up the RPM a little bit, but as far as everything else goes, we're leaving the car the same. We're just going to go out there, basically see what the shocks do, see what the change is, because we don't want to change a whole bunch of variables at once. Like I said, the last time we were out, this thing was rocking and rolling. It was flying down the track. We just couldn't turn it up anymore on the 60 or get it to move any better than what it was. But we've got the shocks on there now. We've got a base setting on them. Josh ain't gonna be able to make it out there with us today, but I'll be able to send him videos, be able to get feedback, tell us what to do, where to change. Plus, we kind of got some guidelines to go by. So that's the plans for today's guys. We're fixing to just load this thing in, get it on the truck, and head out there. Set up on the car. Like I said, we've left everything the same. We've got everything adjusted, tire pressure, everything set up. Still a little high out here. It's about 2,500 feet, but it's getting a little bit better. It's cooling off a little bit. So we're gonna run up here the staging lanes, get our first pass here. I'm gonna leave it the same as far as the launch. Leave it at 4,100 RPM. Not gonna try to get too aggressive with it. Just see, like I said, from this base setting on the shocks and see what it'll do. Try to get a little bit of data on it. Like I said, the tune's where it's going to be. We're not changing anything on that. We probably won't change anything on the tune all night long. We're going to work strictly on suspension, maybe turn the RPM and the launch up. But that's about it, guys. So we're going to run up here to the lane, start rocking and rolling. mean, other than the staging, what was that?
What was that?
I have no idea. I was kind of trying to hold the camera and the phone, and I was like, that was weird. And then I walked up.
Sat there, and he started spooling, and he didn't go, and I'm like, what the crap? And
yeah, you don't want. Yeah, it's like you didn't want to be on the trans brake, and I thought something was wrong with yours.
Well, I didn't want to bump in. So
Okay.
I got off of it because I hit it pulling up anyway.
Okay.
So I got off of it and I reached up there and just turned the pump box up a little bit. And then I got back in it and he still was like, screw it, I'm going.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
didn't give me anything, but it felt great.
dude, I'm gonna tell you what. I mean, I just sent the video to Josh, and I mean the tire crinkled up, but it looked like it left awesome.
I wonder if I can turn it up a little bit.
Well, is that the best 60 or no?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that pad. That's the thing.
We can look at it real quick.
It sucks.
I mean, it felt good though.
I felt great in the car. The pad
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah.
I need to adjust my bump off. Turn that down and turn the speed up and just see what kind of help.
Hey, that could be because you changed the transmission fluid, and that could have helped the RPM, and that could have been that.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So we're gonna make some changes on the shocks after sending the run to Josh.
1, 2. 1, 2. That was difficult.
That was way difficult.
Well, we're gonna up the RPM too, so.
Tire pressure. Leave the tire pressure the same.
Pressure low. Go 2 clicks on the extension and up at 100 RPM. Just go from there. It sucks to put on a 60 button that we can't get him to be able to tell whether to be more aggressive. He just wants to do 100 RPM at a time. So that's what we'll do.
Yep, we'll have a radio prep this next time, so that'll help. We'll get some data from that.
All right, guys, back at the stage lanes, fixing to make our second pass. They're about to start radio prepping, so we're gonna be holed up here for just a second, but we'll turn the RPM up 200. We turned it up to 4,200. We were at 41, so we went up 100. Put 2 clicks on the shocks. Just gonna kind of baby step it up. Like I said, we're not adding boost to it other than what the RPM will add, so should give us a little more bite. Got a little bit more on the extension side, so should hold the rebound a little bit better. Everything else seems to look good. Tires looking good. We're gonna leave the same tire pressure, but we're gonna be waiting here for a second. Let them do this radio prep on it and start moving out.
Good. I don't know what a 60 was, but definitely made an improvement from the last time. We get back over here, we'll see what Chris shows up on.
Well, what did it look like on your end?
I think other than the aggressive on the bump box, and it bumped through because you red lit.
Yeah.
But it still seemed to leave pretty good.
Red lit, I think. Red lit, but I didn't red lit because I bumped through.
Yeah. I think that the adjustment on that is just too strong. Because I mean, it slammed through there.
Oh, yeah. 60 was horrible.
Really?
Yeah, look, it felt great, but it was horrible.
Well,
an hour and the time was great. 60
yeah.
was freaking. I need to look at the log. It's either I'm blowing through the converter or second gear, but I think it's got to be converter. It's got to be. Because I go first, second gets.
Even the first pass was kind of that way too?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was just thinking maybe, you know, because we were on the trans brake quite a bit, that first pass, no?
So that's got to either be converter. I mean, I'll look at the log and see what the shifts are. But it just, because like all the shifts just kind of sound like they're running together.
What kind of changes did we make?
We didn't do anything. Now we pulled a couple of plugs out. Plugs look fine, so that means motor's fine, mile an hour's fine. We're falling off on boost because we're making a little, quite a bit of power. Converter's definitely loose. So we're gonna pull a converter, you know.
But you changed the fluid difference, so you got a little bit.
I got a little bit out of it, but not enough to make a difference what we need to do. I mean, the shifts, you saw, I mean, it's just, I mean, we're dropping maybe 200-300 RPM. That's just not enough. I just really want to make some steam now. The mile an hour is freaking flying out the back door.
I mean, the car's leaving good.
Yeah, it feels great in the car. So all we're gonna do now, guys, we're just gonna go out there and try to do a couple of passes and make some 60s. Just start working on that. You know, I'm fine with that. We'll see what happens.
He seems to be smiles.
Yeah, shocks are not a problem anymore. Yeah, suspension's working.
I mean, it looked like it made a good lick.
Yeah, it made a heck of a lick. Yeah, that was a nice pass on out. I mean, even though you can hear in the car, and I'm sure you'll hear in the video, what you just heard, I mean, you can tell when I shift, it just never drops RPM all the way through.
I mean, the passes we made tonight, you can tell the first one had that little kind of hop thing, and the second one seemed like it was carried a little bit more. This last one looks like it carried the tire out a little bit more. It was sitting down on it.
I can tell when it hit, it was smooth.
Yeah.
Until I shifted, you can tell it kind of laid over and then got back in it. But I mean, I'm happy with it, so let's load it up and go eat.
Yep.